Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you with another episode, Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up doing well, got the mind in the right place. If not, as always, let's put in the right place. So I want to share with you guys today before I head up to the academy, just something that I've been listening to for months now. Really just didn't get a chance to share it because I'm sharing all this other stuff. But the question is, are you becoming or possessing? All right, are you trying to become something or are you trying to just possess something? Okay, and what that means is, are you trying to become a certain type of person, through the process of whatever it is that you're going through, or are you just trying to possess a certain thing? You just want something. You just want this object, this goal or whatever, but basically like without the work. And it kind of relates like a little bit to the video I put the other day. The last episode was, I don't want any part of this. It was about the Swamp Kings and the two different types of football players. One guy just wanted to play. He just wanted to play the game, but he didn't want to go through the process of the workouts and, the drills and all the stuff, the hard, grueling things that it took to like prepare for the game. And the other football player, Tim Tebow, was like, this is awesome. Like, I love working out at midnight and lifting weights with my team and, just building stronger muscles and camaraderie and teamwork and everything else. So one person was trying to just wanted something, and the other person wanted to like become something through a process of, certain task or whatever. And, jiu-jitsu coach, I get that a lot. You see students where they see other students winning and they want to win, but they just want to possess the gold medal. They want to possess the #1 spot. They want to be on the #1, spot on the podium, but they don't want to become what it takes to get to that position, to get to that #1 spot. I see it day in and day out. And I've been doing this stuff for, so people trip out sometimes because I tell people how long I've been training, since the like mid-90s, and I've been in Texas training jiu-jitsu since 2002, and I got my blue belt in 2002. Some of my students weren't even born yet, or they were just born or whatever. And I've been training just as long as they've been alive. And, when I talk like that and I say things like that, people just trip out because how long I've been doing it, That's why like I make statements sometimes to certain people like, I am jiu-jitsu. I am that because I've become that over the years. Like nothing has gotten in the way of my jiu-jitsu training. I'm a wife, a girlfriend at the time, a daughter, job, mom, dad, whoever it was trying to get into life. Like it just never got in the way. I never let it get in the way, I became jiu-jitsu. Like I am that. Like I am what it is, and, just through that process of just never letting anything stop me from doing what I want to do. Fitness wise, like I am a fitness person, healthy eating, workouts, I post my runs. Lately I've been posting my pull-ups and stuff like that just to, do it with my team, what I eat on a daily basis, my vitamins that I take, supplements, stuff like that. And it's to show people like, this is the difference between me and you, okay? Like, this is why I'm where I'm at, and this is why you're where you're at, because you don't want to take those supplements. You don't want to run like I run. You don't want to work out like I work out. You don't want to train like I train. I have people all the time tell me, man, like, how do you train 3 times a day? Like I ran 3 miles this morning. I'm about to go do 4 rounds of jiu-jitsu here in a little bit. And I'm gonna train again later on tonight. And people trip out, guys that are half my age, you're like, how do you do that? There's no TRT, there's no steroids like some, silly people made in some comments before. It's just taking care of my body. Like I've become this individual that can do that, like I it's just who I am. I've become these certain things, the discipline that it takes to do those things. Like I am disciplined. Like, that's it. Like, I don't know how many people in conversations be like, I don't know too many people like you. And they're referring to me in regards to the discipline and the things that I do to do the things that I'm doing. And it's just easy because I've become these things. I don't want to just possess these things. Like I've become these things. Like through these steps and processes over the years, decades, okay, not months, not years, but literally decades of just getting after it. You know what I mean? Like just nonstop. Like, people trip out on that. I've had students before or people before be like, you haven't, like they just can't believe it. And it's like, believe it. Like, I've been like this for so many years, and for some people, I've been like this for as long as they've been alive. So now you're trying to get disciplined for your first year of discipline or your first couple months of discipline. And I've been this individual for 20 years, 20 plus years. It's the difference, right? Because I've become something. I am something versus like, well, I just want that. I just want this thing, And so you just got to ask yourself, like, are you willing to, sacrifice? I don't really sacrifice, invest in yourself. Like I had a student yesterday, trained 3 classes yesterday. Okay, he's a white belt, fairly new. He did the 6 a.m. class, 10:30 class, and then did the 7 p.m. class last night. Like, something in his mind is like, I want this. Like, I want to get better. Like, I want to be here. Like, he did more classes in one day than most people do all week. He did 3 classes, more classes in one day than some people do all month. Like, it's ridiculous, and however, he just got the fever, the jiu-jitsu fever, the bug, people will get that. Like, they just love this stuff. They just love it. And it's just changing them from the inside out. And he's changing, like, overall as a person. He's becoming something through his work ethic, through his discipline. He's not like, oh, I just want to be good in jiu-jitsu. Like, or I just want to. It's not how it works. There's a lot of people out there that want a lot of things, but they don't get them because they haven't become the person that it takes to get that thing, is what this thing is about. Whatever it is that you want to possess, you have to become that individual that in order to get the thing that you want. And that's it. There's no other way around it. But so many people just do not want to put in the work, like the thing with the Swamp Kings the other day. The dude just didn't want any part of this. He's like, every day we work out to the max. He's like, to the max. And he's like, I didn't want any part of that. And the other guy was like, freaking love this stuff. This is awesome. Like, I want to be here at midnight. And other people, they want to party at midnight. When the guy's sitting at the top of the podium with the trophy and the other one isn't because he was partying, hanging out and drinking all night, sleeping in till 12, whatever, eating Taco Bell late at night because he's hungry and, from drinking and, smoking or whatever. And the other guy's lifting weights. Like, who do you think is going to get what they want faster? Obviously, the guy that's hitting the weights and lifting weights at midnight on a Friday or Saturday versus someone that wants to party. The partying and the drink and the smoke is more important than the championship. It's more important than the work. So that person is never going to get that. They just want that. But they don't want to put in the work and become the person that it takes to achieve that, So I just thought that was really good. I wanted to share that with you guys because there's just a lot of people out there. Again, I coach a lot of them. It just depends on who it is. But when you just talk to people and you listen to them and then you listen to their actions and what they do day in and day out, you can tell right away if they're going to become that person that's going to achieve the thing that they want, or, yeah, right, good luck with that, because you're just wishful thinking. You're hoping that you will get that because you're not putting in the work. You're not becoming the individual, the discipline, getting the discipline that it takes or whatever it takes to get the thing that you want to achieve. You're not becoming that person, so you'll never achieve it. Or if you do, it's going to take a lot longer because of the fact that you're just BSing. You know, you're making excuses. I hear all the excuses as a coach. I mean, there's excuses that I've never even heard before. You know, I think at this point I've heard just about heard all of them. You know, but every now and then, you know, someone will surprise me with something. But at the end of the day, it's just what it is. You know, it's just what it is. Like I said, I got this student yesterday. He doesn't have a family. He doesn't have a wife and kids and all that stuff. He's a young guy. But there's a lot of young guys that are in their early 20s. They're not training 3 times a day, and they have the same free time that he has. But this guy wants it. I look forward to seeing this individual in the next year or two, who he continues to become because of the things that he's changing in his life, the things that he's getting rid of in his life, and the things that he's investing in his life. I'm looking forward to seeing, like, I'm excited to see what this individual looks like and becomes in the next year or so through this process that he's putting himself through. So becoming or possessing, all right? You just want some things. You want to just possess some things, some riches, some whatever. Even the people that want money, like they want nicer things, or they want a nicer job, a better paying job, or they want to be an entrepreneur, or they want to do this, they want to do that. Are you becoming the person that's needed to do those things? And a lot of people just won't become that person. They just want the things. They don't want to become that thing because it's hard. You got to stay up late. You got to get up early. You got to put in the work. Like, some things are just grueling, and it takes time. And some people, especially time, you know, these days, you know, like the Amazon shipping people, the people like to put in orders and they're tracking their order as soon as they put it in, that kind of thing. Like, they want it right now, right this instant. And that's just not the way it works. They just want to possess something. They don't want to become something. So with the, let me see, what is August 30th. So we're getting ready to hit September. A few months left of the year. You know, what was it that you said you wanted to become or have or do at the beginning of the year? And where are you at now? And if you're not even close, the good thing for you is you have a few months left to start becoming that individual that it takes to get the things that you want by 2024. At least getting the ball rolling, okay? So good stuff today. It's good stuff that I listened to. Just wanted to put it out there, share with you guys, because it'll change some things for you. I know it has changed some things for me. And, you know, you're going to be called names, a-hole. You don't care about us. You don't love us. You love this thing, whatever that thing is that you love, that you're passionate about. Your family's going to tell you you love that thing more than it. I've heard it all. But I wanted to become this thing. I wanted to be this thing, so I am that thing. And if I listened to my closest people to me, the people that, you know, love me, I know they love me, but the things that they were telling me wasn't going to help me get me where I'm at. They just weren't, because you love that more. You love jiu-jitsu more than me, and you care about jiu-jitsu more than me. And if I listened to that, I wouldn't be doing this episode. I wouldn't have students. I wouldn't have my business. I wouldn't have the things that I wouldn't travel the world like I've traveled. I wouldn't have done any of the things that I've done in these since 2008 when I left General Motors. I would still be there. I'd probably be about 4 years from retiring from General Motors. That's where I would be at, okay? So become something, okay? Not just possess something, all right? We'll see you. Catch you on the next one.